Good evening, Rams, and welcome back to the final show of the semester for Humans of CSU. I'm your host, Jen Platero.
And I'm your co-host, Catey Nelson. We've got a packed show for you tonight, including a special feature on the inspirational story of one of CSU's toughest humans, Hailey O'Neal.
We also took an inside look at two of Colorado State's rising clubs, the CSU Enduro Riders and the Korean Dance Club.
But before we get into that, this week we decided to hit the plaza to ask some of our fellow humans a few questions about November's festivities. Now that the spooky season is over, it's time to start getting hyped about Thanksgiving. Even though there's a lot of stressful things happening in our world right now, there are still always things to be thankful for.
We went out on the plaza to find out all of the things that our fellow Rams are thankful for. Let's see what they had to say. What are you thankful for?
My family and friends.
I'm thankful for mostly my community, I would say.
I'm thankful for my friends and family. Everyone's safe and healthy so far.
Yeah, I'm just thankful for life in general, to be honest.
Thankful for good friends, life.
What about you?
These days where we spend my education, I feel going on.
I'm thankful for my friends and family. My mom.
I'm thankful that I get to live out here and not Wisconsin. It's cold. I'm thankful for a lot of things. My family, my friends. I'm healthy. So many things.
I would say as well with my family, my friends, just having the capability of being there.
Yeah. My boyfriend.
Actually, he's been a big help with me through a lot of different times since I've been here.
Yeah.
I feel like there were some pretty common themes throughout what everyone was thankful for. Family,
Definitely.
friends, kind of the same. I think that's the best things to be thankful for, the people in your lives.
Especially right now with so many things happening, it is always a great thing to just keep that positive mindset and just remain thankful for a lot of things right now.
Yeah, I totally agree. Thanksgiving is a time for reminiscence, appreciation, and spending quality time with your loved ones. While things might look a little different for this year's Thanksgiving due to COVID, we asked students about their favorite Thanksgiving memories.
Do either of you have a favorite Thanksgiving memory?
Ooh, yeah, every Thanksgiving, I would go and stay the night at my grandmother's house the night before. We'd make pancakes with her in the morning.
I love pancakes. What about you?
Where I live is right next to the Ledsky area. And one night we just got a ton of powder and my entire family.
My family on my dad's side used to get together, because I live in Wisconsin, so we get together at Wisconsin Dells, which is this huge water park city in Wisconsin. And we'd go to one of the water parks there and just spend a week, even as little kids, just running up and down the halls and playing in the water. That was my favorite.
Every year we go to the mountains in a cabin and no service, nothing, just the family.
Mostly just the stuffing. But also just like my family. Like every time I have Thanksgiving, it's like a big whole family thing. It's not gonna happen this year, but that's it.
All getting together and making food, that's my favorite part. We play these silly little games with my extended family every year.
Comas are always a good memory. I'm always in a food coma after Thanksgiving for sure.
With all of these memories, I'm interested to see what Thanksgiving will look like this year, especially with COVID. But one of my personal favorite memories is Black Friday shopping. So
Oh yeah, of
I want to
course.
see what that will look like. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories has always been going up to Montana to ski with my family, because my family lives up there. But there's not much Black Friday shopping up at Big Sky, Montana. So
Yeah.
usually that's not something that's available to me. But we might go this year. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, might be fun.
One of the most memorable things that come with Thanksgiving is undoubtedly the food, cooking and baking in the kitchen and enjoying each dish in the company of your loved ones.
I totally agree, Jen, which is why we chose to ask our fellow Rams what their favorite Thanksgiving dish is. Let's see what their top picks were.
Are there any favorite dishes aside from stuffing?
Apart from the stuffing, I mean,
I know, stuffing's really good.
great. I mean, the turkey, the corn casserole, actually, probably everyone.
My mom makes pozole. Oh my god, I love that.
Goodness. My grandma makes these like marshmallow grape things. They're the best things. They're called like fish eyes or something like that. They're so good. Incredible.
What about you?
Like green bean casserole.
Green beans are gross.
Well, my mom's pumpkin pie. Ooh, okay.
Pozole. Pozole is always a classic. We do that Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas. So that's probably a classic. But outside of, Mexican food, my traditional American food, dish that I like is a good mac and cheese.
Potatoes, and as weird as it sounds, egg noodles.
Ooh, okay.
Sweet yams and marshmallows.
Tamales and all that stuff.
How about you?
Same. Usually makes paella.
Okay.
So
What is paella?
it's like a Spanish rice dish.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite Thanksgiving dish as well?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really a Thanksgiving dish, but yeah.
Ham as a dish for Thanksgiving. I know turkey's normally the thing, but ham is my favorite.
My favorite dish, I'm a stuffing gal. Always have, always will
Yeah.
be. Although the turkey and the beets are also close seconds. But what about you?
Just like most people said in the plaza, pozole takes the win for sure.
I've never tried pozole.
Oh, it's so good.
What is it?
So it's just like a soup, basically, and it's
Okay.
really good. So definitely would recommend trying it.
All right, maybe I'll have to try it this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We'll see. If you're curious on what fun Thanksgiving dishes you can make later this month, make sure to tune in to CTV Cooks next week for some tasty ideas.
All right, Rams, when we come back from the break, we're going to take a deeper look into the inspiring story behind Hailey O'Neal, a CSU human whose journey this year was unlike any other. We'll be right back.
The ceremony was a blast. It was just like this surreal moment of my dreams are coming true. When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said, "Oh, I apologize. She won't be taking you in as a client." We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to. And sitting there in that small, cold room, I wanted to cry, just thinking, what did we bring this kid into? We're simply asking to treat our family the same way that you would treat any family.
Welcome back, Rams. In honor of our last show this semester, we wanted to share the story of Hailey O'Neal, a girl here at CSU who battled cancer during the course of 2020.
We had the honor of sitting down with Hailey and listening to her story, a story that may give you a deeper appreciation for life and how fragile it sometimes can be. 2020 has been a hectic year for everyone around the globe, with the worldwide pandemic igniting fear, caution, and pain in all of us. But one student in particular here at CSU has had more than her fair share of pain and fear, experiencing something that no one would ever expect at the youthful age of 20 years old.
I had two doctors tell me, "Oh no, you're fine, you're so young, you're so healthy, there's no way you have cancer." I was like, great, let me get ready for the semester. I was diagnosed actually 2 days before the semester started in January. They did a biopsy, and the biopsy came back, "Oh yeah, sorry, you have cancer." And I was like, "Oh, great." It was stage 3 Burkitt's lymphoma.
Burkitt's lymphoma is associated with impaired immunity and is rapidly fatal if left untreated.
I had tumors in my armpit, in my breast, in my other breast, in my stomach. I had a few in my stomach. I had some in my kidneys, in my ovaries, in my leg, and in my hand. It was starting to grow as well. So I don't even know the exact number. I think maybe 13 tumors all over my body. So that's why it was stage 3, because it was pretty bad. So if I waited another week, I probably would have died, which is kind of scary to think about. So since it's such an aggressive form of cancer, I had to have a really aggressive form of chemo as well. So I was basically in the hospital for about 4 months. I lost my hair, Pretty sucky. It happened like when I see like movies or something, it says like, oh, like a little clump of hair here, a little clump there, like maybe we'll lose it like over a time of a few weeks. No, like it came out in a day. Like it was crazy. My parents had to like push me up onto the bed and like shave my head. Pretty traumatic, not gonna lie. I also, my hands lost all the muscle like right here. I still like, I'm trying to gain it back, but my hands would just like be like this all the time because I just have no stability, because that's where like your pinky muscles run, is the stability in your hands. So I lost that, couldn't really hold anything. Oh, also chemo brain. So I forgot everything all the time. I like would sit in my bed and just like stare at a wall like, what am I doing? I have no idea. I would like whole days would just go and I wouldn't remember the entire day, like what I did or anything like that. I mainly watch a lot of TV and Netflix. I also did a lot of coloring, a lot of art. My mom, thankfully, like stayed with me most of the time, so when I was in the hospital, I had her to like talk to. It was really like one of the hardest things like I've ever went through ever. Like when it got really bad, like I was just like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Like I'll take a step today. Like tomorrow, I'll try walking like 2 steps or like 3 steps. Like I'll try sitting out of bed by myself. Like I think it was more just like trying to push through and make sure that I got through everything that I needed to do to get better, I think was my main kind of headspace.
Hailey overcame one of the scariest things a human can go through, but with the support of her family and the motivation to power through her struggle, she is back to living her normal life. Except now, she chooses to live it just a little differently.
Life can be so short. Like, dude, just go do what you want to do, you know? Like, there's no reason to not do something that you want to do just because, like, you're scared or, like, nervous, and I get that, because, like, that still happens, but, like, dude, I want to go talk to that cute boy. I'm going to go talk to that cute boy. Like, he looks cute over there. I'm going to go say hi. Like, what's he going to say? No? Okay, whatever. Like, there's a cute boy over there. I'm going to go talk to that one. There's, like, so many things like that, and, like, with school, like, I just want to finish so strong and, like, go be a part of my career and, like, just, like, make a difference in the world, kind of. And I think it's really important to, like, people, especially, like, since, like, I was technically, like, disabled for a bit, like, there needs to be more representation of more people that have gone through similar things like me, or even worse things like me, especially in our political era now. I think there's just more voices that are strong and independent and can know what they want and go take it. And that's what I'm just aiming for.
What an amazing and empowering, inspirational story. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Hailey.
Yeah. That was getting to sit down with her was a pretty cool experience, because she was really open to talking about it, which, you know, some people may not be, because that's kind of a, you know, very intense journey that she went through. But she opened up and she was very, very honest with us, and I almost cried when we were sitting down with her, because it was I don't know how she went through that at, you know, the age of 20. But speaking of her age, Hailey, if you're tuning in, I know it's your birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
But anyway, thank you for letting us sit down with you, and that was a great time.
Cheers to 21.
All right, when we come back from the break, we'll take a look at a new campus club on campus that has more of a pep to this, a pep in their step than most clubs around here. Stick around.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up 1 finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Last week, we had the chance to get our groove on with the club that started here at CSU just last year. In hopes of expanding K-pop influence, Rams, we give you the Korean Dance Club.
dancing. I've been into K-pop for like 10 years, so I've been dancing for 10 years. But it's just like a fun, stress relieving like thing for me to do. When we first started last year, we didn't have a lot of new members, but I went and like chalked all over campus, like just our Instagram page. And since then, we've definitely gotten a lot of people like signing up.
I actually joined last year, and it was because I was really interested in learning choreo, especially from K-pop because I love K-pop.
In Colorado, we don't actually have a large population of people who will dance for K-pop dances and do vocal covers and things like that.
It's a form of expression. I really like it. I'm terrible at singing, so just like another way to express myself.
K-pop, it's hard to explain. It's so artistic in a way. Something about the cinematography and the vocals and the way that they frame K-pop groups and K-pop songs was just so interesting to me. What's different about K-pop dance is the way that they structure it. It's a lot of group dances, as you'll see in our cover, and a lot of synchronization. There's a lot of imagery to the lyrics. It's one of those things that the artists who are doing it, the groups that are doing these songs, they're being able to show imagery not just in the lyrics that they write and the song that they produce, but then also through dance and kind of mesh them all together.
I've learned contemporary, I've learned ballroom and jazz, and I've learned all the styles. For me, from going from contemporary to hip-hop, it was a drastic change because I'm used to more fluid movements. And hip-hop is very sharp and it hits harder. But for me, I kind of find it that I can enjoy it more because in that sense, I can kind of become a tough alter ego compared to like a very soft, elegant person in my contemporary dances.
How would I describe this K-pop club in one word? Passionate, for sure.
The community it holds is different from that of normal like American like pop music or hip hop music, and I just kind of find it more welcoming overall. Like I found so many new friends.
Dancing as a group is a pretty cool experience.
I've been able to kind of grow this love of K-pop and this familiarity with it and the dancing for a long time.
Just DM me and you're in. Like there's no auditions, there's no special entry. Anyone's welcome to join, so.
You don't have to know how to dance to join. We can teach you everything you need to know.
I think if you have an interest in dance, or if you want to like get more into K-pop, get more involved in like the music itself, then I think you should join it.
And our dance moves at the end, those were those were really good. But after interviewing them, like up on that roof, I definitely agree with what she said in the package about defining Korean dance as just passion, because you could really tell that a lot of those dancers just were really passionate about what they were doing. They were having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, and also like K-pop is really becoming influential here in the U.S., so it's cool to see it take part at our university.
Yeah, I definitely, I didn't really know much about it until we talked to that club, and I've been hearing more and more about it as, on social media and, with my other friends, and it's definitely something to, look into, because I know the music's great, but, their dances were pretty insane, and I think the choreography that they took after from the actual professional groups. Yeah. If you take a look at those are insane to watch.
Yeah, I believe they get their dances from TikTok or Flipgrams, right?
I think so. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, they do a good job.
Yeah.
And they knock them out every week. So.
Yeah, it was great. We would like to thank the Korean Dance Club for letting us step out with them and showing us some of their dance moves.
If you're interested in K-pop or have a passion for choreographed dance, go check out the Korean Dance Club at Korean Dance Club on Instagram.
But don't go anywhere just yet, Rams, because when we come back, we'll take a look at the CSU Enduro Riders, a dirt biking club that has ridden to new heights all across the nation.
Queen is just my everything. Right now, I wouldn't know where my life would be without her.
They say chivalry's dead. It's not. Terrence is a gentleman. He opens doors. His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. It takes me to a place of no hope. It takes me to a place of loneliness. It saddens me. When you discriminate against somebody in housing, where do these people go? Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. Living in Colorado, most of us know how legendary the state is for outdoor activities. Even just walking on campus, we can see the vast mountain ranges of Horsetooth and beyond. This month, we talked to the members of the CSU Enduro Riders, some humans at CSU who really know how to get the most out of all the trails that Colorado has to offer.
My name is Bryce Barsnick. I'm a mechanical engineering student.
I'm Devin Finero, and I am a junior. It's my third year at CSU.
The name of the club is CSU Enduro Riders. The Enduro Riders, we basically made it just for people who love going out and riding dirt bikes to connect. We're just there to go have fun on the trail or the track or really up for anything. My experience is only for about 2 years. Devin over here has been doing a lot longer, and we kind of connected and started riding, and we had met a couple people here at CSU who also like dirt biking, but we figured there's got to be more people out there, and it would be great to have a club to connect us all. And CSU didn't already have one, so we figured we'd start one ourselves.
I've been actually dirt biking since I was 4 or 5 years old. It's a lifelong passion for me, and I think a lot of dirt bikers do start out that way. But when they get to college, they lose a lot of their riding partners, riding friends. My big riding friends were all in California still. And, one of them, the biggest one's my dad. So I think, we really started this club to connect people together that want to ride together.
Enduro just came from me and my friend's background who like riding dirt bikes. We do hard enduro races, and enduro riding is typically more cross-country off-road. And so we figured we'd name it Enduro Riders.
A regular enduro or regular cross-country race would really be over kind of flowing, fast terrain, whereas hard enduros are over really big technical obstacles like rocks and boulders, things like that, and they're really demanding on you physically. Really what we're doing is climbing big rocks, big hill climbs, riding trails, stuff like that. We do occasionally go to the track. There's a couple tracks around here in Colorado, but for the most part, it's a lot of trail riding, off-road stuff.
A normal day for us, it depends on where we're going. Some of the places here in Colorado are pretty far. This last weekend, we left at 5 o'clock in the morning. We already had the bikes loaded up from the night previous, and we drove out for about 3.5 hours and then geared up off the side of the road, and then just started going out on the trail. We just started out, so I'm hoping more people join, and we can connect with more riders and go on big group rides. But dirt biking out there on the trail is a really great outlet to get away from everything, and you can go to a lot of cool places that you couldn't go otherwise, and it's just a lot of fun.
Without riding, it's one of those things that it's been in my life almost my entire life, and couldn't do without it. So having other people to go with is really key.
Wow, the trails that they're going on are amazing. Beautiful scenery, definitely crazy. crazy obstacles in their way.
Right. Like, I don't have a dirt bike myself, but I feel like that'd be such a fun mode of transportation to go through, like, Colorado's most beautiful mountains.
Yeah.
Because, like, the shot at the beginning that they sent us, like, that was gorgeous, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's always mountain bikes, but
yeah.
that requires, you know, maybe a lot more physical effort. When you got, like, a motorbike, you can just go as fast as you want and kind of go over. You saw the shocks on those things. Like, they can go over really crazy amounts of terrain, and it looks really fun.
Yeah, they go all around the Rocky Mountains. They've hit Nevada, Idaho. Crazy,
I know.
Beautiful places.
I was, if one of us like joined the club, like that would be, I don't know how it would be, because it would be like they take a lot of time, and like they go, you know, at 5 a.m. and they go out to these mountains that are 3 hours away, you know, and like they really love their sport, and I think that dedication is so cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Rams, that is all the time we have for you tonight, but thanks for tuning in with us and for being a part of our final show this semester. I'm Catey Nelson.
And I'm Jen Platero. Tune in tomorrow night for your national election coverage, local news, CTV weather, and your weekly sports coverage with Brendan Fairbairn. All that and more on CTV Channel 11. Have a great night, Rams.